All right, today we're going to crack open a subject you probably think you already know, social studies. But we're going to look at it a little differently. Not just as a class you have to take, but as a seriously practical toolkit for your actual life. So, let's get right into it.
It's a totally fair question, and I'm sure it's crossed your mind. You're studying all this stuff about societies and history, and you're probably wondering, okay, but how does this apply to my life? The answer, honestly, is way deeper than you might think. It actually connects to just about every conversation, every decision, every interaction you have. Because at its very core, this subject isn't about memorizing dates and names. Not at all. It's about a personal transformation. The whole point is to give you the skills and the mindset you need to be a positive force in your family, in your community, and right here in Nigeria.
So, to see how this really works, let's think of it like this. Imagine our society is a giant house. What's holding it up? Well, it's held up by 4 super strong pillars. And these pillars, they're the core objectives of social studies. Let's break them down. Here they are: adaptation to change, unity in society, good citizenship, and finally, values and ethics. Each one of these is a crucial tool in your kit. So let's see how they work, starting with that first one. First up, pillar number 1, adapting to change. Think about it. Our world is constantly moving. New tech, new ideas, new challenges popping up all the time. Being able to adapt isn't just helpful. It's absolutely essential if you want to thrive. This is all about learning how to flex when the world around you shifts. It could be a new app that completely changes how we talk to each other, or it could be a major societal change. This pillar is what prepares you to respond with confidence, not with fear. And the key skill here is something called self-awareness. Really understanding your own gut reaction, your emotional reaction to change. A perfect local example, just watch our elders learning to use smartphones and WhatsApp. That's adaptation happening in real time. Okay, let's make this personal for a second. Think about a small change, something like your school timetable suddenly getting switched around. What's your immediate reaction? Is it anxiety, maybe excitement, or just plain annoyance? Just recognizing that feeling, that's the very first step to adapting successfully. Moving on to pillar number 2. Nigeria is home to over 250 ethnic groups. That's just incredible, a beautiful mosaic of different cultures. This diversity is our greatest strength, and social studies teaches us how to protect it and how to celebrate it. See, unity isn't about making everybody the same, not at all. It's about building one strong, supportive family by really fostering deep respect for all the different cultures, all the tribes, and all the religions that make our nation so vibrant. And this brings us to a huge skill, empathy. It's that ability to, put yourself in someone else's booba, their shirt, and try to see the world from their perspective. You practice this every single time you're in a group project, working with classmates from different backgrounds and actually listening to what they have to say. Think back to your last group project. Remember when you really listened to all the different viewpoints, even the ones you didn't agree with at first? How did that make the final result better? That right there, that's the power of unity in action. Okay, let's tackle our last 2 pillars, and they're really connected: citizenship and values. You can think of these as the action-oriented parts of your toolkit. They're all about what you actually do to make a difference. A really key idea here is that citizenship is kind of like a 2-sided coin. On one side, you've got your rights, the things you're entitled to. But on the other side, you've got your responsibilities, the things you must do to contribute. A great citizen understands you can't have one without the other. They go hand in hand. So the key skills here are social skills, just being able to communicate and solve problems with other people, and internal motivation. That's that little voice inside you that pushes you to do the right thing, not because someone's going to praise you, but simply because it's who you are. And this is all guided by your moral compass, right? Values like honesty, respect, and fairness. Think about a time a seller gave you back too much change. It's your internal motivation, guided by that value of honesty, that makes you give it back. That is your values in action. So, let's put this into practice. What's one small, real thing you can do this week? Maybe it's helping with a cleanup on your street, or just making sure everyone gets a turn in a game at school. What's it going to be for you? So there we have it. We've unpacked the 4 pillars. We've seen how they build your self-awareness, your empathy, your social skills, and your own internal moral compass. Now let's just tie it all together and see what this toolkit really empowers you to do.
When it all comes down to it, it's this simple. Social studies isn't just about passing exams. It is the practical, everyday toolkit that you need to build a stronger, a kinder, and a more successful community.
And so we're going to end with a challenge for you. You have the tools now. You understand the pillars. The real question isn't what is social studies? No, the real question is what are you going to do with it? How are you going to use your toolkit to help build a better Nigeria? The choice and the power, that rests with you.